YouTube, we're headed out. We are going to work on this 240, this swapped RB240. How you guys like this one, huh? Huh? Anyways, this is the other one. We're not touching this today. We're not touching this. But anyways, this is the Rocket Bunny one. Ignore this one. Don't look at it. Ignore it. You guys saw this at the track video? Oh, the light. Anyways, you saw this at the track. So we're doing a good radiator and an oil cooler, fans, the whole deal. I hooked them up with some Mishimoto stuff. First things first, we're going to take out the radiator fluid, the oil. We're going to pop this old radiator out with these old little crap fans in the front. And then we'll get to the next step. Look at the sexiness. Oh my god. The big M. Oh, the big M in your mouth. We almost have this radiator out. Things being a pain in the arse. In the arse. YouTube will get me if I say ass, so I have to say arse. Anyways, I'm going to test fit all this stuff together right now. Got the fans over there. And we're going to see if it fits or if we have to do some modifications. Looks like we're doing custom work. Putting this oil cooler.
What's that?
And we're going to put that sucker in between the radiator and the intercooler. Alright, this is the adapter we had to use. 3/4 inch, 16 UNF. And we're going to get rid of the factory water heat extractor. So this is the new piece that screws into the block. This is the piece that goes through and holds down the sandwich plate. And then that screws into the new oil filter, which I'm going to make them buy a different brand. But whatever. Anyways, it all fits. And this is a thermostatic oil sandwich plate that he wanted to use, so we're going to use that. So we're trying to mount the oil cooler in between the radiator and the intercooler, and this space seems to be good. Problem is this lip is hitting like right on the edge. So we cut the lip. Problem is the lip is part of the structural part of the front, so now we have to weld the two pieces of metal together across, and we'll be all gravy. Then we need to just clean it, paint it, and mount the oil cooler. Look at all these tools and toolboxes. Can't even find a 12 millimeter. What? So we're going to remove this factory housing here. It's got 4 bolts that hold it on. And that'll take off the factory cooler. And hopefully we can swap the sensor onto the new sandwich plate. The sandwich plate has a spot for an 1/8 inch NTP. But I guess we'll find out. And then we need to loop the factory coolant hoses that go to that factory cooler. We need to loop them in, out of the block and then back in the block. Whack it, man, whack it. He just whacked the oil cooler with some wood and a hammer. Calling it a day. Alright. Come on. Can't see shit in here, man. How am I supposed to videotape this? How?
Oh.
Alright, we got
You need a beer assistant. That's what you're missing.
A beer assistant?
Yes.
Let's go to the strip club and get a beer assistant.
Beer assistant.
Beer assistant.
You're missing a beer
That's a new job title I haven't heard before.
Alright, look. Here you go. Look, here's the two hoses.
Yeah, just cut the hoses. With your awesome dikes that you don't own. Oh shit. Alright.
I have a knife.
Yeah, use your steak knife. He's gonna use a steak knife.
Serrated blade.
Oh,
Forged.
he's filleting a salmon in
It
here.
says made by Ray's Engineering.
Nice. Nice. So just hack the hose on both ends and let that piece of garbage hit the floor. And then we'll take a...
Oh shit.
There's more coolant left.
Alright.
Oh no, we're mixing oil and coolant. Oh no. The world is going to end. Anyways, look at all this ugly hardware. You see it? See it all? We're going to go to Ace Hardware and get some some stainless hardware, I think. It's going to look pretty in here after.
I wonder if that's...
Alright, so there was no stock pressure sensor that goes to the ECU, so we're not worried about. This was a manual one going to the dash gauge. So we're not going to do that. So in the future, we're going to end up just putting a temp sensor or a pressure sensor in the sandwich plate here. That's going to go to whatever ECU he decides to do, right? So we're going to ignore this shit for now. And then we're going to insert the threaded piece here. We're going to insert this piece into the block and then slowly put all this together. But right now, we got to go to the store. We got to go to the store. Weld that metal, baby. Do it. Do it. Bam. All welded. Now we're going to prep it, paint it, and then we're going to move on to the next step, mounting the oil cooler. Look who showed up. The amazing No Rice showed up.
Take a picture.
Not taking a picture. Go do your homework. So we had to hack out a good, what, 1.5 inches all the way across. Now we're going to have a 1/4 inch from this pulley to the fan. And we had to drill the holes down there for the studs to go through, so it kicked the bottom of the radiator towards the front of the car. Now we're over here messing with this junk. There we go.
They're right up there.
Yeah, looks good. Cut it. So this is the angle, the 90-degree piece that went here. So it's going to make this stronger again from flexing up and down.
Why that's going to be your kill switch, dude? Yes.
Anyway.
Shit. Nothing was that, dude.
So now we're going to weld this piece in, clean it up, an extension cord full. So we got halfway done, and my idiot buddy ran out of welding material. Now my phone's ringing. They're probably like, which kind do we buy? So it's all welded, grinded. We're going to fill in a little bit of stuff with some Bondo, whatever, make it look pretty. Then we're going to paint this stuff, and then we will show you how we mount it, and yeah, it's moving along finally after a trip to Lowe's and all that other stuff. What the heck is he doing here? He put this alien cum all over the damn. Look at it. Look at it. Blech. He's going to make it look purty, I guess. Because that's how we're supposed to talk around here. We're supposed to say purty.
This is body building 101.
Yeah. I think you're supposed to shake your hips when you do this, right?
Back.
Now it's my turn to watch him work, since he made me do all the welding on his car, because he is worse than me at it. I'll show you in a second how what we needed this for, but pretty much we stuck this in the slot and then unscrewed it. So to get the oil filter housing, I guess, screw deal put in, I don't know what the hell they call it. Anyways, unscrew that shit so we can show it. So yeah, he welded this stuff together to get the right thickness to fit in the groove, and then used the vice grips on it. So this is the factory thing that's in there.
Like that.
So we unscrewed that. So now we're going to screw in the double threaded part so we can put our oil cooler on. Here's the double threaded, so we can put the normal kind of stuff on. This shorter, smaller side is what goes in the block, and then the thicker side is what the sandwich plate's going to attach to. So that's what it looks like screwed in now, so we can put the sandwich plate in. Since we removed that factory oil to water cooler deal, we have to loop the stuff on the block, and yeah, it's a pain just to get in that area and get these clamps tight. Alright, so we're on the last skim coat now.
Yeah.
on the top here to make it look pretty. Then we're going to paint here, and we're going to paint the bottom. So we just got done painting. We got to wait a little bit, and then we'll start putting it together. See how it looks. The hoses are too long, and instead of straight, we need 90s. So we put the hoses, we mocked them in. We have the oil cooler mounted right here. So we put it in, and then we did the measurements, put the tape, marked it with Sharpie, and we're going to get tomorrow the new ends put on. So we will see you guys tomorrow in the same video. Jump cut. Alright, it's another day. Paint's all finally dry, and we're going to put it back together. There we go. Oil cooler's installed, lines are installed. Putting some zip ties on the two to keep them sorted together. Now we're going to prep the oil filter, put some lube on the seal, and then we can dump brand new oil in. We had to put 90-degree corners on these hoses, but now they all look good. Now the radiator's installed. We're making the brackets. Here's another angle of it. Here's what it looks like from the front. So we're running it now, trying to get the oil hot for the thermostat sandwich plate. So hopefully we don't get any air bubbles into the oil cooler, and we're trying to make sure that we're not low on oil, because I'm not sure how much oil flows through the cooler when it's cold. So we're going to let it warm up here for a little bit, and then figure out how much oil we need to add on top of the factory oil capacity. Look at that sexy clearance. Woo! That's the tightest spot. Everywhere else it's good. So this one's done. It just needs to dry.
Okay.
This one we're about to paint, and these use factory mounting holes. That's why they don't look the same. So there's that black one put on. And then the other one that he's painting right now uses this factory screw hole, and then we're going to use this hole. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're going to be doing more videos here and there, but this is what we're at for now. So if you liked it, hit thumbs up. If you hated it, thumbs down. If you want to see some more of this, Project No Rice, the Diamond Star Monty that's going to be going, and the Mustang, just hit subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Wrench on.